have arrived at Easter Island. I can't believe it, but I'm here and I can't wait to see all the moai and all the mysteries that surround Easter Island. And this is my tour guide here in Easter Island, and your name is?
My name is Sabrina.
And guess what she gave me?
A flower lei.
A flower lei, and I'm here in Easter Island, baby. We are gonna go for the next 3 days. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it all. I'm at the Hotel Altiplanico, and it's a beautiful layout in this hotel. It's sort of funny to call it a hotel because I'm staying, and it is unit number 7. When you walk into, you're immediately met by the bed on a platform, but guess what? No TV and hardly any Wi-Fi. This is the bathroom, and the shower is huge. I just love it. It's like a shower in a gymnasium. You get to see in the distance the Pacific Ocean. Why is this called Easter Island? Dutch explorer discovered this remote island on Easter Sunday. These are my first moai. That one right there, and a cluster of them right down there. It's missing one of a moai on a platform, and that's because it fell over, and it now lies right here because it was just too fragile to try to put it back on the platform. I'm standing in front of the only moai on Easter Island with a set of eyes, with their artificial eyes, because all the moais back in the day had eyes, but they were taken off for whatever reason they don't know. Horses on Easter Island are owned and branded, but they are let go by the owners to go feed on their own because the owners can't afford to feed them. So they just run loose, you see. And life goes on in Easter Island because there's no birth control for horses. And we arrived at Akivi. Reported that this represents 7 young men explorers from about the 700 AD, and these moai were carved and erected about 300 or 400 later. It is the only set of moai that look out to the Pacific Ocean. All the other ones point inward. On top of this hill is where the stones were harvested and shaped into the top knot, which was mounted on top of the moai. Yeah. Tonight I'm going to have a sumptuous fish dinner at this restaurant here on Easter Island. This is a tuna fish dish with avocado, lemon, wedges of green apple with a side of rice, overlooking the bay of Easter Island and sunset. Good morning, Easter Island, on my second day here in this magical, wonderful place called Easter Island, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It's really quite chilly and quite crisp early in the morning, but when that sun comes out, it starts to warm up, and that sun will burn you good. Heading off to breakfast buffet at the main reception hall. To cap off my breakfast, I'm having a vegetarian omelet and company from my favorite little and this is Ahu Tongariki. We're on the backside. Tsunami hit them in 1990. Were all washed away, but they restored them. About 1995, they got them all and put them back all together on the platform. And this is the front side of Oahu Takariki. And you can see their faces individually. None of them have eyes in their sockets over wars they were taken out. To keep the tourists away from getting too close to Moai, these rocks are laid on the ground as a barrier to let people know not to cross over those rocks. A street that's not terribly uncommon here in Easter Island. It's all rickety. They take a real beating, these cars. The only road that is not beaten up, and it is paved, leads from the airport to downtown Hangaroa. As a point of interest, there's only one gasoline station on Easter Island. During the mid-1700s, fierce internal wars among the Polynesians resulted in the toppling of Moai. By 1838, only standing Moai were on the slopes of Quarry Rano Rawaku. Are ascending this trail up the quarry where the moai were made out of volcanic rock. Very shortly, see a whole bunch of moai on the hillside. A lot of the heads looks like they're just heads, but if you were to go ahead and excavate, see that actually there's a whole body underneath them. This moai is unfinished. It is still chiseled into the volcanic rock, an example of an unfinished moai. This afternoon we're having lunch at the Rano Cafe.
Hello.
Savi is having a beef lunch. Look at that beef. Whoa, delicious. Well, I'm having a fish. What kind of fish is this, do you think?
Tuna.
I've worked up quite an appetite looking at all those great moai all over the hills. No trip to Easter Island is complete without a Polynesian show at night. Good morning from Easter Island, my last day on Easter Island. I'm having my last breakfast here at Hotel Altiplanico. They told me that I am the only guest at this whole hotel, so that means I'm all alone here. Tourism has not returned yet. Only 3 flights a week as opposed to a flight every single day pre-pandemic. This is the inside of the second largest volcano. It is Rano Kai. It is important because it is the main water source, and the last time it erupted was over 1 million years ago. Sabi now is retrieving a rock, and she is going to break open these sea urchins where they are alive. Look at all that meat inside. Woo!
You want to try?
I'll try a little bit, of course. I'm going to go try the sea urchin live. Or used to be live just a few seconds ago.
Still alive, Evelyn.
It's still alive. Well, it's still alive.
Oh, this is much better. This is an orange color.
Oh, it's orange color. Oh, look at
So you just suck that thing. That part. It's like salty.
Yeah, it's quite salty. Man, that's living down here in Easter Island, let me tell you. I'm visiting Oranjo this afternoon. It's a restored Polynesian stone village in ceremonial center. It's located at the very top of a crater at the volcano Ranokau. These buildings are pretty stark. These round-walled buildings have no windows and just a little opening at the very bottom that you crawl into. It's really windy up here today. Now, I guess these buildings are built to withstand that wind because it's windy on this side of Easter Island all the time. One of the great ancient Polynesian sports was crawling down the cliffs of Oranjo, swimming over to the island Motunui, and bring back an egg undamaged. Many hunters fell to their deaths or were eaten by sharks. Whew, what a sport. My time in Easter Island is coming to a close. I have to fly out this afternoon, but it's been an absolutely fantastic, marvelous 3 days of my life, which I would never trade for anything in the world. This is Easter Island, and all I can say is for everybody is to keep on traveling, and when you do, include Easter Island.